My guest tonight is a groundbreaking Hollywood maverick.
Over the last 25 years, Kevin Smith has created some of the most beloved cult films of all time. He's also produced Oscar-winning films, acted in blockbuster movies, directed hit TV shows, and even starred in a music video with Drake. And now he's resurrecting his two most iconic characters for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Smith! Thank you. What a pleasure to meet you.
Excellent to be here, man. I heard the term maverick and I got really embarrassed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think of it as being a maverick at all. I think of it as very self-serving. I've had a very self-serving career where basically I just make movies about me and my friends.
But the thing is, if I'd have introduced you as, please welcome the self-serving Kevin Smith.
Yes. That's how my wife introduces me all the time. So I'd be right at home at that point. Can I just point this out? This is the first time that I'm not gonna be in America for Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna be here all week, man, so it's fine. I went vegan, so I don't eat turkey. Used to be happy, now I'm vegan. So I don't really get to eat turkey anymore or anything like that. But it's a weird phenomenon. Like, my wife was just like, do they celebrate Thanksgiving here? And I'm like, they're not thankful at all. No. They're so ungrateful. They don't do that sort of thing. What do you guys do?
We just get on with our business.
Right. We're thankful every day.
We do big Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, good Lord. I'm staying across from Hyde Park and they put an amusement park up just for the holiday.
Yeah, but we don't really get... I've been to one Thanksgiving at American's house in Chiswick. Yeah. You had candied yams.
They did, not me.
Have you ever...
I would never have that.
Really?
Yeah, no. I was straight up just turkey and mashed potatoes. There were vegetables on the table. I never touched them. That's probably why I had a heart attack, but...
But listen to this, right? So it's sweet potatoes...
Yeah.
With maple syrup...
Yeah.
And marshmallows on top. Exactly. And it's
you guys are adorable. You're like discovering America.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah, and it's not a pudding.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's a side.
It's how we all get together and give thanks. I don't know why they eat that stuff.
Congratulations. Well, you're on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's pretty cool.
The Walk of Fame is all the stars on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
I didn't get one of those yet. We went into the Grauman's Chinese Theater courtyard where you put your hands in the cement and your feet in the cement.
Yeah.
So that's even technically more rarefied real estate. Like, we were next to, like, Clark Gable and George Lucas and the kids from Twilight, you know.
And how did you celebrate?
How did I celebrate? You know, I had a good cry. Like, I'm like 49. I'm a middle-aged stoner, so everything touches me.
Yeah.
So it all panned out. I just wanted to make one movie, that was Clerks, and then, like, for the last 25 years, I've been living off the glory of that. Seriously, I literally say the word Clerks once a day for the last 25 years, because it's like the biggest thing that ever happened to me, until I had the heart attack. Then I started saying, like, I made Clerks and I had a heart attack. That was the second biggest thing that ever happened to me.
So, as we're talking about it...
Yes.
How, like... So you said it was the second biggest thing. Like, how was that, you know?
The heart attack?
Yeah.
Heart attack was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me because it, like, saved my life in so many damn ways.
Really?
I wound up going vegan afterwards, and then I lost a bunch of weight. I lost, like, 75 pounds because of it. I was never in pain. That's the really weird thing. Like, I never understood, like, you'd hear about people who up and have a heart attack and die. I'm like, how do you not feel that coming?
Yeah.
I had one of those heart attacks. I didn't feel it coming. I just couldn't quite catch my breath.
Yeah.
So for me, I misconstrued it as like, oh, I smoked way too much weed today. And that wasn't the case at all. My doctor, you know, when I was on the table, he was like, yeah, he went up inside me, man. They have to, they don't crack your chest. They puncture a hole in your groin. I'm like, another one? They puncture a hole in your groin, and then they go up your femoral artery to your heart, and that's how they work on it and stuff. So he did that, and he goes, it's what I thought. You got 100% blockage in your LAD. That's the artery that goes across the front of your heart. I said, oh. He goes, we got a name for the heart attack you're having, man. It's called the Widowmaker.
Wow, he said that.
He does. We have conversations, man. They got to keep you awake. They keep you in a twilight state because they have to ask you questions based on what they're doing.
And the humor is that dark?
Yes. He goes, it's called the Widowmaker. You're having a Widowmaker heart attack. And I go, why is it called the Widowmaker? As if I needed a reason, right? And he's like, well, because in 80% of the cases of 100% blockage like you have in your heart right now, the patient always dies. But you're gonna be in the 20%, he said, because I'm good at my job. And he disappeared into my crotch and made magic.
Wow.
So, well, then I was overcome by this like incredibly regretful notion. I was like, oh my God, if I die tonight, Yoga Hosers is the last movie I ever made, man. And that did not go well. So I wanted to go out on a better movie, and that's where Jay and Silent Bob Reboot came from.
Wow. So, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Yes.
It's out on Friday.
It is.
What's it about?
Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is, let me see, it's a movie that makes fun of sequels and remakes and reboots while being all three at the same time. If Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the movie we're sequelizing, was about Jay and Silent Bob find out that Hollywood's making a movie about them, so they go cross-country to stop that movie from happening. But I made that movie like almost 20 years ago, and I've grown as a filmmaker, and I'm much better as a filmmaker. So Jay and Silent Bob Reboot is about Jay and Silent Bob finding out that Hollywood's making a reboot of that old movie about them, so they go back to Hollywood to stop it all over again. It's the same fucking movie all over again.
Perfect. And the film is kind of like, it's like a journey through your creative life, isn't it?
It's the world's biggest Kevin Smith fan film made by the world's biggest Kevin Smith fan. Like, it's a movie that memorializes its maker just in case he dies next time. So it is. It's a real journey through everything we've done. That's why I said, like, we scheduled the start of the movie on the 1-year anniversary of the heart attack.
Yeah.
As a real, like, fuck you to death. Like, I'm here, let's make the movie and stuff. And it made casting the movie so easy, because we got like a killer cast.
It's
in the
amazing.
Movie. Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, you've got Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris Hemsworth, it goes on. It's
I know. We got Batman, Jason Bourne, and Thor all in one movie. It's crazy.
How did you get them? Were you sort of ringing them up going, I've had a heart attack?
I did. I'd ring them up.
Did you?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I used the heart attack like crazy. It should get casting credit on the movie.
Now, I was going to talk about weed.
Yeah.
I was curious, because you're a massive stoner. Let's talk around. And you're currently in England.
Yeah.
It's not legal here.
Here, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a quick story. Last time I was here, this is a year ago, so I came out to go visit JJ, who's making Rise of Skywalker, what we were just calling Star Wars 9 then. So I came out and visited him and stuff, and they're shooting over at, what, Pinewood?
Pinewood, yeah.
So, you know, I was like, hey, man, what's close to Pinewood? And I saw Slough, and I was like, Slough, like in The Office, man. So I told my wife, I was like, we're going to Slough, man. And we got to Slough.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with it, but like,
it's not a Slough.
It's not foul, you know? So, and also, like, I'd walk around, I'd be like, The Office, right? They're like, that was 20 years ago, bro. So, you know, we went to stay in Slough, and...
You stayed in Slough?
Yeah, we rented a house in
You didn't
Slough.
have a look around and go, we should back out here.
I honestly, it felt like where I grew up. It looked like my hometown. And
Tomorrow we're going to Swindon.
Yes, the Swindon lot. So I was delighted to hang out, go to the movie and stuff, but I had, you know, weed with me and stuff. And at the end of the trip, I did a Q&A at the Prince Charles in Leicester Square.
Yes, yeah.
So a show and stuff like that. And then at the end of the show, I was getting on a plane like 4 hours later in the morning. So I still had weed left over. So I was telling the audience, I was like, hey man, so like after the show's done, like meet me outside and I'll give you all guys all the weed I got left. And everyone's like, okay. In a really like fucking like, oh my God, nobody ever does this. And I do this all the time back in the States. So when I went backstage, the kids at the Prince Charles were like, bro, if you give away one joint, you could go to jail for 10 years. And I was like, what, this jail in here? I was like, nobody told me. I had no idea, so I had to go out and disappoint the fans.
Now, I was really interested because you're like the ultimate, you know, sir nerd. Like, you know, but no, but totally, you know, you've written Batman comics, you got married at the Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah.
And...
when you say it like that, man, I feel really nerdy,
it was
but
great.
yeah.
But I was curious, is there sort of an aspect of like, you know, I guess like nerd culture that you just hate?
Nothing that I hate, but like it is real negative.
Cosplay?
No, I love cosplay. I cosplay as Kevin Smith every day.
Furries?
No, I like furries, man. Dressing up like a fucking big teddy bear and fucking your buddy, that's great. I honestly, the only thing that I don't really like about nerd culture is like how incredibly not opinionated, but negative opinionated it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's tribal, right?
Yeah.
So we love this, we love Marvel, we love DC.
Yeah, right.
And really, it's like, look, it's all fun. It's all superhero stuff.
Absolutely.
Now we live in nerd culture world.
Yeah.
Like, it's the dominant culture. Pop culture has become the culture. We live in a world where, like, they got Baby Yoda, for heaven's sakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go back to the original Star Wars I saw in the theater and Empire Strikes Back. Nobody ever told us we were gonna get Baby Yoda, and now we have Baby Yoda. In a world where we have Baby Yoda and the Watchmen TV series and, like, all those amazing Marvel movies, why would anyone be upset and sit online and, like, and hack stuff out? But being negative about fun things, about, like, pop culture and movies, it just never made sense to me.
And now, I was going to talk about this because Harvey Weinstein was instrumental in your early career, and I read that just before the Harvey Weinstein scandal broke, he contacted you.
He did.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I used to work with him. He, you know, Clerks,
Yeah.
Chasing Amy, those were made at Miramax. He called, about a week before the Me Too story broke in the New York Times. He called, and I hadn't heard from him in, like, damn near a decade and stuff. And, you know, I'll be honest, when I heard from him, I was like, oh my God, he didn't forget us. He remembers that, like, we're around and stuff. And he owns Dogma personally. So he was calling up and he's like, hey, we got Dogma, and, you know, we got to get it out there in the world again. I was like, yeah, everyone on Twitter is always asking me, like, how do I get it? And he's going, and, you know, might be time to do a sequel to the movie. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, man. Like, what a good idea. And he was like, all right, I'll get back to you. And then a week later, Me Too broke. And then I was feeling weird because I was like, oh my God, I just talked to him. It felt creepy and unsettling. I spoke to my friend John Gordon. We both worked at Miramax back in the day. Yeah. All we knew of the guy was he cheated on his wife. Like, that was the rumpus. You always heard, like, oh, Harvey is a philanderer. Never heard, like, the other shit. So we were talking about the article, and I was like, John, I don't know how to say this, but, like, Harvey called me last week.
Yeah.
And he goes, he called me too.
Really?
I said, why? And he goes, he was probably circling the wagons. He wanted to find out who was a friendly before that story dropped and stuff. So believe me, I'm not the victim in that story. There are a lot of victims. But I felt a little bit used in that call where I was like, oh man, like I thought he was serious, but instead he was trying to cover his own ass.
But what I found interesting is that all the profits from the residuals of all the films you made with him they go to a charity?
Yeah, after the news broke and stuff, I was just like, you know, it was depressing. If somebody had told me, you're gonna make this movie, and it's gonna get picked up, and the world's gonna see it, and all your dreams are gonna come true, but 10, 20 people you never know are gonna have to go through horrible assaults, I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, you know what, man, like, I'm cool. I like working at the convenience store and shit. I was raised Catholic, so that kind of shit would, like, not sit well with me.
Yeah.
So when that all happened, I felt like, even though I had nothing to do with it, I just felt guilt by association, like, ew.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'm gonna give all my residuals to women in film. So that's what we've been doing for the last, like, 2 years. No,
but it is. But that's not for nothing. You know, not for nothing. That was fascinating. I could chat for hours. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Kevin Smith!